Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Pants. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've never watched one of my videos before, I do videos about plants, all things plants. You name it, I'm into it. That's my problem. But it's a good problem. So thank you so much for joining me. Today, actually, I am going to be talking about easy to grow plants, in my opinion. I mean, everybody has their opinion. I have hundreds of plants, as you know, and some are easier to grow than others, but I picked, in my opinion, the 5 easiest to grow plants, and I have a couple of each kind to show you. So join me while we talk about these beginner plants. That's how I would like to describe it. So, first of all, I find probably the easiest growing plant for anybody, if you want to start getting into plants, is pothos. There are many different varieties of pothos, and they are absolutely gorgeous. As I'm talking about the couple that I'm going to show you here, I'm going to drop a couple of pictures down in the margin of other ones that I have. They are easy to grow. They're forgiving. They like bright light, medium light, low light. They are an epipremnum, so you don't want to overwater them, but they're very, very forgiving if you do, because I tend to be heavy-handed with the water, as you all know. So the first one I want to show you is my Jade Potos. This is my Jade Potos, and satin jade just because the leaves are all green. And as you can see, the leaves are absolutely beautiful. They grow very easily. They are a trailing plant, so if you're into trailing plants, I like to help mine climb up the wall with little clamps that stick on the wall. I can't think of the name right now. I think they're made by Scotch. And this is actually just, let's see, 4 pieces. And as you can see, it comes, you know, if there's 4 pieces in here, if you cut this off and propagated it, you could put more pieces in here and you'd have a very flowy plant. I have some that are really huge and bushy, like the one in the bathroom that you can see in my bathroom video. But this is the Jade Potos. Very, very beautiful. The leaves, in my opinion, are just so simply pretty. Really, really pretty. So this is the Jade Potos. Super easy to grow. Gorgeous nonetheless. Another pothos that I have that I'll show you is my Global Green Pothos. This pothos I got like 6 months ago, only like 2 or 3 leaves, and I'm not kidding. And I paid a lot of money for it because back then you couldn't get them. And if you look at the leaves of these, they are absolutely stunning. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous leaves. See that? And so this is what's grown from the little piece that I got, or maybe actually I think I got 2 pieces because there's 2 starts in there, but it's growing very nicely. However, the other day, when I say the other day, I mean like 3 weeks ago, I was at Lowe's, and guess what they had there? A giant full pot for $14.98. A Global Green Pothos. I was floored. I wanted to buy it, but I really prefer to get small plants and grow them. That's the joy part for me, to succeed in helping it to grow into a larger plant. So I did not buy one, but oh my land, Lowe's is stepping up their game. So this is the Global Green. Really, really gorgeous. Super easy to grow, same care. Medium light, low light. I have these all over my house, all different kinds of pothos, just because I think they're beautiful and I love the way they trail. I'm pretty sure this one is going to trail too because it's starting to right here. But yeah, this is a gorgeous plant. Another beautiful pothos is called Sansevieria Pothos, and the leaves on this are striking. Look at this one. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I just love variegated leaves. Love it. So it's growing, like when I first got it, it hardly looked like a Jasenia, but when I first got it, it had like this leaf, so it was like, well, but as it's grown, you can see she's becoming more mature, and she's producing the beautiful leaves that are Jesenia. So this is another plant that's easy to grow. I just got this recently, so it's still small, but again, I like to grow them from small. And then probably my absolute favorite pothos is the Pearls and Jade Potos. This started from one little piece. I think I actually just cut it from, I know what I did. I cut this from a large plant that I have, and I put it in my greenhouse cabinet until it rooted, just because I wanted to bring it to work. So this is how much she's grown. As you can see, it's just one piece. But look at these leaves. Are they not the most beautiful, beautiful, oh my land. I mean, I just think they're so gorgeous. They're so pretty. And these are really easy to grow. So if you want a plant that's easy to start with, go and look for some pothos, because that is my recommendation number one. All right, number two. And we've talked about, I did a whole video on Hoyas. I think Hoyas are easy to grow, most of them. This is my beautiful Hoya australis Lisa. This plant, look at the leaves, the leaves are stunning. This plant is beautiful. I don't have any peduncles. Look at that leaf. Isn't that pretty? Look at that one. I don't have any peduncles yet, but it has grown since I've gotten it. I got it in this pot. I bought it locally at Facebook Marketplace, but as you can see, she's got some new growth. She's putting out some new growth in a couple of different places, and I'm pretty happy with her. Again, Hoyas are, in my opinion, easy to grow. They don't like wet feet. Oh look, I got new growth right there on the base. Nice. Just don't overwater them. I just gave her a drink yesterday, that's why she's a little bit moist, but you only want to water them a little bit, not very often. And I just think they're beautiful. There's so many different kinds of Hoyas, and the main reason why I love them is because when they flower, it'll knock your socks off how beautiful the flowers are. So Hoya is my recommendation for easy to grow plants. I mean, I have them in every corner of my house, every window from north, south, east, and west, and they grow there. I have my ones that I get that are small. I'm going to be doing an update of my IKEA cabinet soon, and I'll show you the Hoyas that I have in my cabinet that are thriving. My sunrise is like all red. It is absolutely gorgeous, and she spit out a peduncle. I don't think it's got a flower because it doesn't look like it, but there's a peduncle on her. So this is a Hoya australis. Beautiful plant for a beginner. I'm standing by my decision. Hoyas are not hard to grow. They're not hard to grow. This is another Hoya. This is a Hoyapuba Calyx, pink silver. Hey, friend me my face. Beautiful plant. I think I showed you how I put this on my trellis a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. She's doing great on this trellis. She's very happy. And the flowers of this, I'll put a picture in, are absolutely stunning. Hoyapuba Calyx, pink silver. Oh my land. Absolutely gorgeous plant. Super easy to grow. Again, she likes well-draining soil. She likes lots of sun, and she can do with medium sun. And then they grow well in greenhouse cabinets, so they like humidity as well. This is my experience. So the Puba Calyx has little splashes on their leaves. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. Right there. Yeah, see? Really, really pretty. So this is a second Hoya that I want to show you that I think you should try to grow because they're not hard to grow. And you can get them. They're pretty easy to find. All right, my next plant that I want to talk about is African violets. African violets are pretty easy to grow, very easy to grow, because if you use an African violet pot and African violet soil, which is very, very dense, and it retains moisture because they like to be damp. So African violet pots look like this. They're also called strawberry pots. And you fill the reservoir with water, and the pot just sits inside the water, and the water is absorbed through the terracotta, which on the bottom of the pot, as you can see from the top part of the vessel, it's not glazed, so it goes right through. So this particular cute little African violet is one that I started from one leaf. that I did a video on propagating from one leaf, and you can check it out. I actually did like stages. And this is the violet. She was finally ready to put in a pot. So this is a little baby, super cute, growing fine. And I'm pretty sure the flowers are pink on this one. So the only thing that you want to know, or that you should be aware of with African violets, is that you don't want to get the leaves wet at all. So if you do happen to get like a water droplet off it on it, just make sure that you push it off, because it'll like damage the plant where the droplet is. So super cute. And what I put in here, not just water, I put in like liquid dirt or Super Thrive fertilized water, nutrient rich water. That's it. African violet, very easy to grow, and they're beautiful. They can also be grown in regular pots, but I have best luck with African violet pots. Another African violet, but it's not really an African violet, it's called a Primolina. It's a relative of an African violet, but will want to grow in these pots, as you can see. Same thing. This plant is flowering right now, and it puts out the most adorable little purple flowers, and I'll put a picture down here for you to see. And what I was really excited about this, let me show you this. See all the different flowers coming out? But check this out. Right? You see that? She's pushing out a baby. I am really, really excited about that. But this plant is so beautiful and so easy to grow. And she grows really fast too, because I got it when it was small. And look how huge she is now. But a beautiful plant, easy to grow. The thing is, you can't overwater it or underwater it, and I'm all about that. Oops, sorry. You just have to make sure that every week you, if you need to, put some more water in this reservoir. That's it. And it's flowering again. It just flowered recently. Beautiful. It's called a Primolina. Gorgeous and easy to grow. Take my word for it. I wouldn't kid you. Okay, so we got those two. So that's 3 plants that I've talked about. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you this thing. When I was talking about pothos, you can grow them in water, you can grow them in a leca, you can grow them in pond, and you can grow them in self-watering containers. So this is my, right now I am doing an experiment. This is actually a Hawaiian Pothos, and I'm really excited. I bought them on Etsy, but I have it in a self-watering reservoir. You see the water at the bottom? And the wick is in the water, and it just goes up through the plant. And this particular one doesn't have another hole. A lot of them have 2 holes, so the wick goes up and through, and you have like this much of a loop inside the soil. But this one doesn't, so I just kind of curled it around and made sure that the soil was, you know, the wick was in the soil. So this, so far so good. You know, I'm kind of experimenting with self-watering pots, and it doesn't feel really wet, so that's amazing considering that it's always, you know, the wick is always in the water. But this is new growth right here. Right there. So hopefully it's going to grow. So I'll keep you posted on that. So that's pretty exciting. So that, I'm sorry, I forgot about that pothos. The next thing I want to talk about is Syngonium. I did a whole video on my Syngonium. Syngonium are easy to grow, and there's so many different beautiful Syngoniums as well. Gorgeous. This one, I'm not sure. I think I told you before, I bought it as a berry illusion, but I don't know. But these are so easy to grow, you guys. And they grow so, look, they grow so fast. Oh, I just watered there. You can't even tell. Maybe I didn't. Better make sure. So this guy's ready to be repotted again already. So easy to grow, beautiful. Some of them climb like pothos, and some of them don't. This one I don't believe does. It's just going to continue to like bush out, which is totally fine with me. But beautiful plant, easy to take care of. Very forgiving when you forget to water it or when you overwater it. Beautiful, beautiful. I love Syngonium. They're absolutely one of my favorite plants in the whole world. How many times have you heard that? Okay. Another plant that I think is very easy to grow are Sansevieria. Sansevieria are technically succulent, and let me show you this one. I'm going to show you 2 of them. Hold on 2 seconds. All right, this first one is quite compact. It is called a Sansevieria Robusta. This is here just to help it to stand up because this started to lean over, and it's probably ready for a new pot. But Sansevierias love to be pot bound. As you can see, well, first of all, I only started with this one main plant right here, and look at all the babies. There's like tons and tons of babies that she has put out. So she probably should be repotted, but I am happy with just the way she looks. Look at the gorgeousness of the leaves. Absolutely beautiful plant. She kind of reminds me of a whale fin almost. Seriously. And I have a whale fin too. I have a lot of different Sansevierias, you guys, but I find them all very easy to grow. They're not extremely thirsty at all. So if you're a heavy waterer, keep that in mind. Lighten up on them because they will rot. They will rot easily. But having said that, okay, so this is the Sansevieria Robusta. Gorgeous, easy to grow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plant, right? Having said that they don't like water, you can also grow them in water. So this Sansevieria is growing in water and pebbles. That's all that's in here. Rocks and water. No soil. So when I water it with a nutrient-rich water. And it needs to have a shower. A little bit dusty. But this is a Sansevieria. Gorgeous leaves again. I almost feel like it's related to the Robusta, except for the leaves are really long. Beautiful plant, easy to grow. Don't overwater it. And if you look at the base, we've got a lot of new growth coming on the inside. You see that? Really beautiful. This has been in water for years, so you can totally just grow them in water. They're hard to kill. They will definitely rot in soil. Can't explain the difference. I think it's because of the density of the soil, but they'll grow in water. All right, and my last plant that I want to show you is just a beautiful little plant that is so easy to grow, and they're just so gorgeous. And this one happens to have a flower right now, so I want to just show you. This is called a lipstick plant. This plant, and it's also, let's see, it's ready to push out another flower right there. Do you see it right there? Right there behind my hand? I mean in front of my hand. This plant grows so fast, and pretty soon it will cascade down, and they are absolutely beautiful in a hanging basket. Easy to grow, pretty thirsty. I don't use a lot of perlite and fir bark or anything in the soil for her. She's pretty, as you can kind of tell, the soil is really dark. But she gets a drink every single week, and she loves it. And it is growing. When I got it, it was so small, so small. So as you can see, she's growing great. Lipstick plants are easy to take care of. And obviously, the reason why they call it a lipstick plant is because that looks like a tube of lipstick, and somebody's just turned the bottom of it and it's poked out. Beautiful bright red color. Beautiful, beautiful plant, easy to grow, similar to goldfish plants. Those are easy to grow too. So if you're just beginning to grow house plants, keep these plants in mind because they're easy to grow, they're beautiful, they're high yielding, and I'm telling you what, I am just so excited to be able to talk about plants to you guys. I love all my plants. Honestly, if I didn't have to work, I wouldn't work, and I would just simply take care of my plants and do videos and do different shopping trips. And oh my gosh, I just watched a video of a plant tour in Indonesia, of a greenhouse in Indonesia. Oh my land, it was unbelievable. So, so beautiful. But I just love growing plants. It brings me so much joy, starting from a very small plant and just watching it grow. It really, really brings me joy. It's just amazing. So thank you so much for taking the time to join me with this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to welcome my newer subscribers. I have quite a few. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. I'm having fun making these videos, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit better each time. So I hope you agree with me. And having said that, please give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. and help me to grow my channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I want you all to take care of yourselves, please. And God bless you.